My name is Rebecca Pinello, and this is my Pass the Torch application video. When I started high school, I decided to join the cross country and track team. When I began running, it became immediately clear to me that I wasn't as fast or as gifted as a lot of the runners appeared to be. I was one of the slower runners, always coming in the back, always running behind everyone. I wasn't as talented as everyone else. So I decided that I would just do my best to improve as much as I could to become an average runner instead of a below average runner. And so I did just that. I worked until I was able to shave down my times to be able to run at an average pace. I slowly began to accept the fact that I would only be running average times, despite the fact that running varsity level was a deep-rooted desire of mine. Fast forward 7 months after my first day of practice, I found that my coach decided to place me to run with varsity during practice. This was a huge shock to me because my times were nowhere near the varsity running times. His attitude and his treatment towards me never shifted, despite not having been able to keep up with the majority of the varsity group. I was always one of the last people to finish the workouts. When we went on long runs, I was one of the last people to come in. Even so, my coach still had the same standards. He still had the same expectations. He expected me to run the same amount of repeats as they did. He expected me to run the same amount of miles as they did. He expected me to uphold the same standards, such as having a positive attitude, following what the coaches say, being respectful, and everything like that. He grouped me with one of the varsity runners despite my times not having shown that I was a part of the group. Not only that, but not once did he make me feel as though my value as a runner was negated simply because my times were not as fast. Over time, my place in varsity became more solidified. I was able to be one of the top 5 runners running with the group. I was part of the teams that were able to win the Moore League, and I don't think I would have been able to get to that place had my coach not expected the same of me. When I was a senior getting ready to apply to colleges or getting ready to figure out which college I wanted to attend, my coach asked me a question. He says, "Are you interested in running in college?" As someone who didn't even expect to be able to run varsity as a freshman, I didn't think that running in college was even possible for me. But my coach asked me that question. He planted the little seed of, you could run in college. And I was confused, and I asked him, is this something that's even possible? And he responds, yes. And he tells me that if I did want to run in college, that he would get in touch with a coach and connect us. And because of that, I ended up asking him to reach out to the coach at Vanguard University, which is the college I now attend, and I ended up running with the cross country and track team in my university. And that would have probably never happened had my coach not planted the seed in me that it would be possible for me to run college. My coach is the kind of teacher I aspired to be. He wasn't the kind of coach that singled out the more talented runners. Instead, he looked at every single person on that team and saw the potential in every single person. He didn't treat one person differently simply because they were faster or they had bigger goals. Instead, his expectations of people were the same throughout the whole group. He inspired me as someone who was not as talented and gifted as the other runners to desire for more, to believe that I could do more, to believe that I could achieve more than I initially thought. I want to be the kind of teacher who encourages students, who instills in students the belief that even if right now it may not seem like they're able to achieve their goals, they can achieve those deep-rooted goals in their hearts that may seem completely impossible. And that's the story of my coach, who inspired me to be the teacher that I'm slowly becoming today. Thank you for watching.